Hi, today the story that I'm going to talk about is Last Stop on Market Street. It was written by Matt De La Pena and it was illustrated by Christian Robinson. And this book takes place in a neighborhood where the boy CJ and his Nana are going on the city bus. And CJ doesn't understand why they're going. They've just left church. They are headed to the soup kitchen where they donate their time and they help serve food to the community. And so CJ's full of questions. I'm assuming he's a young boy, maybe 4 or 5. I don't recall it saying in the book. So in the beginning, it talks about them leaving the church and they're walking in the rain, and it shows that he wants to know why they're in the rain and why they always have to get wet waiting for the bus. But his Nana looks at it in a positive way and talks about the trees need to have a drink as well. And then it goes on to show his friends, and they're driving by, getting in cars, and he wants to know why they have to go on the bus, but his friends can go in a car, and why his friends don't have to go places after church, but he does. And his grandmother looks and finds positive things and says that, they get to do these things that his friends don't do. And so she's always looking for the positive things and trying to show him to look in other ways instead of just looking at the negatives. And so they get on to the bus, and he asks why they have to ride the bus, and she talks about that it's a fire-breathing dragon, and it shows in one of the pictures the dragon on the side of the bus, and it's just an image that's on any bus. There's always images, ads, but she transforms it into something that his mind might enjoy, and so therefore he might have fun with it. And as they're on the bus, they encounter people. There's a man with a guitar, and there's a blind man on the bus, and CJ is becoming more and more curious about the different people and why they're doing the things they're doing, why he can't have the iPod or the music player that the boys have, and his Nana points out to them that there's a man beside them with a guitar. So trying to teach him to appreciate all things in life and not just the materialistic parts. And I really liked that it showed different people from different walks of life. It shows in one page an older woman sitting next to a man full of tattoos, and then it shows the blind man on another page wearing a suit, and he's got his dog, and they're sitting next to CJ and Nana along with the older woman and the man with the tattoo and just another lady. And it just shows the diversity of the entire community and how everybody from all walks of life is on the same bus. And pretty soon CJ gets to where he's interacting more with the people on the bus, and they have the man play the guitar, and he sits next to the dog of the blind man, and they all close their eyes and they listen. And in this part of the story, you see that CJ is starting to see the different things. They're sitting there with their eyes closed. He's starting to appreciate more about what his Nana's trying to show him. So then they get off the bus, and he sees, the broken down sidewalks and the busted buildings and the paint peeling off the sides of the buildings. But he also looks up and he sees the rainbow. And that's the point of the story, is to teach children to look beyond just what they see with their eyes and look at the deeper meaning of things. And at the very end of the story, it shows him walking by the window and the line to the soup kitchen, and they're all waving at him because he's an important part of their daily lives for that day. And it shows that they're all happy and he's got a place. And the illustrations in this book are very simple. They're not very intricate in their faces. You see they just have dots for eyes and a little line and mouth for their nose. And like the lady here, her hat isn't even completely traced, but it's enough that even a child, as young as 3, can see the images, and as they get older, they can place more of their personality and into what the images are showing. They're very bright colors. It captures your attention, especially with the dragon on the side. It took me a second before I realized that there was a dragon there and that she wasn't just making up something. And so that was very interesting to me. The theme of this story is to teach children about the diversity of people and about helping others and looking beyond just what you have in the material sense of things, but also going beyond that and reaching out in your community and being involved and helping others. So, thank you.